Oh, it is the Al from D-Town&Chili442 Show. And you know what that means. It's Monday night, show 124, starting up. Chili, how you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. I'm trying to bump my volume up. I don't know if there, that's better. I was having a hard time hearing you. I didn't realize my volume was down. Okay. Fantastic, my friend.
Okay. Well, hey, it ain't our show if we don't screw something up. And I got a gnat or something flying right by me. It's all the lights. It's dark down here, so I gotta, have some lighting and stuff, and I think there's a little too much tonight, but that's all right. Thanks to Jared Elijordy for the intro music this morning, or this evening. I wish we did a morning show.
I'm not a morning person.
Hey, this podcast needs to become, like pretty damn, where people wake up and listen to us like Howard Stern.
I thought you were going to say Bob and Tom. Is that still going?
I
think it is.
Yeah, but I think it's like just one of them. And
Christy, I think she's still on there. It was a couple years ago when I tune in.
I don't listen to a lot of AM, FM radio anymore.
No, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, you know what? What's funny is if I forget my phone or my cord ain't working, I'll just shut the radio off and roll down the windows and listen to the wind before I listen to AM, FM radio.
Well, it's the rotation is always the same, and it just and rock radio. I don't know. I know there's just not a lot of new music, but when I'm starting to get in the car now, and I really haven't been in the car for a couple of years, and all I have is a radio in my truck. I mean, I have a CD player, but to change it, I have to disconnect the battery and hook the battery back up, and it'll spit the CD out, and I can put in another one. So anyway, I listen to the radio a lot, and it's just the same classic. Even the regular modern rock stations, it's mostly just classic rock, and recycled stuff. Nothing really new.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the same rotation.
All the time.
Burn people out.
Yeah. And well, that is one way to get a song like. I think for a lot of artists, it's kind of a double-edged sword because, you get your music out there. And now, it's going out that these record companies are paying, which that's been a thing for years. It's like Billboard and stuff. It's how much money you spend.
Oh, yeah. There's no really independent disc jockeys anymore.
No.
All your radio stations are programmed by one or two guys,
right.
At least whatever in whatever format you're into. and that's ruined it too. It used to be local music, things grew and then it just became corporate, structured radio. It doesn't have any personality to it anymore.
It doesn't. And I think that's why, and now with people having music pretty much on demand, you can't really win against that.
No.
Because if somebody don't like the song you play, then boom, they're gone. Okay, whatever, I'll turn on my phone. YouTube Music, Google Music, or Amazon Music, whatever you listen to. You got every album, everything, right there at your fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
So,
something crazy I was hearing recently that like Spotify, they have AI music on there, and there's like different playlists that have a lot of this AI music. So they get people to like jump on these playlists. And there's like one guy, he's got like 600 and something different names he's under, and it's all these playlists. But a lot of this music is AI that they're listening, and so they're saving money by not paying artists. You think of that each time the song is not played, they're not paying somebody. And
Ooh.
I thought this is really, really sick. You know,
Yeah.
computers are just kind of generating our pop music these days, you know,
Right.
and like what a world.
Well,
This is sad.
I
But,
tell
you
you,
know, with
I tell you what, that AI shit is scary because I went and I listened to an AI song of Tupac rapping about like shit that's happening today, and it blew my mind. I mean, it
wow,
sound. They had a video, everything, dude. I was like, gee,
really,
I'll send it to you after the
that
show.
that's scary, disturbing right there.
And if you go back and listen to his like a song that he did when he was like younger, you know, when he was still alive, it's you can't tell the damn difference. Yeah,
I
it's real
guess.
scary, man. That
Yeah, a computer
AI.
can mimic his voice. You give it a set of lyrics or whatever, and a computer can generate that voice and keep on living, Tupac. Wow.
No,
Wow.
but yeah,
This is
I
news
just
to me. I still listen. I'm an older person, and it's hard for me to listen to modern music that's computer generated. It's I don't like listening to computers. I grew up on music played by real musicians, you know, and that's what I like to listen to. And it's hard for me to listen to modern music that's so processed, and I feel like I'm just listening to a computer,
yeah.
and I know it's not my thing. That's why I don't know any of these pop stars these days. I broke down. I'm like, what does Taylor Swift music sound like? Because I couldn't tell you a single song, and I think that's really weird. How she's the biggest like pop star. There's pop stars I don't even know, but I know some of their music now because I just see it pop up on, TikToks and things. You just get used to an artist, and I'm like, I don't know a single Taylor Swift song. So I went and listened to some, and it's pretty much what I expected. But I at
Yeah.
least I at least gave it a chance. I'm not just one of those people like, oh, I hate her music. I don't want to hear a song. I was like, have you ever heard a song from Taylor Swift? No, but yeah, it's pretty much what I expected.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's not my thing.
No.
And it may be good to somebody. I was hearing recently that she has 17 songs in her library with the same chord progression. I'm like, I'm someone who listens to Tool. That's so orchestrated. It takes them, 8 to 10 years to do an album, and she's
Right.
got 17 songs with the same chord progression. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not.
okay.
I am not a Swifty at all.
No, I don't dislike her. I was curious. I'm like, she's the biggest pop star. I should know something, If I would think, and I don't.
Uh, yeah, we got a. I think we got a couple fun lists, Evan.
Cool.
Um, then we'll get to a little news, and this one I thought was funny. This is 26 of the funniest things included on a resume. I went through the first couple and I was like, yeah, we got to do this one. This one, the entire CV was in bright yellow. I could not read a word against the white paper. Made me wonder how many jobs she's missed out by doing this.
Yellow.
I guess used a
Y- y- y-
highlighter. She wrote her resume on a highlighter.
Might as well use a crayon.
Oh my god. Um, my manager was laughing uncontrollably one day. I asked him what was up, and he just held up a resume, unable to speak through the laughter. First comment on the resume said, "Please do not drug test me."
Tell me you do drugs without saying you do drugs.
Uh, Once got a resume that described their last job as a night stalker at Walmart. It was also handwritten in pencil.
A night stalker?
Yeah, that's what stalk. It says stalker. He meant stalker.
Oh, at night. Oh, stalking shells.
Uh,
Oh, I got you. Mm.
Um,
Nicely done, sir. In pencil, you say?
yes, also done in pencil, Evan.
No shit.
Hobbies, accounting experience, none. Courses completed in accounting, none.
Big hobby.
I just do it as a hobby. Had a candidate apply for a trucking position under previous experience had listed rear-ending cows and chickens. Not sure if he was trolling us or being serious.
Rear ending, huh?
These are 24 of the best things ever on a resume. Got a resume the other day that had a name, phone number, and and quote, I have not worked written on it. At least they were honest.
A name and phone. Just I have not worked.
Yeah.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
I took a nap when I was a shift manager at Jimmy John's. That was entirely misspelled. The position this guy applied for was sandwich maker. SAWANCHMAKOR. The word sandwich was printed on the application in 3 different places. I'm pretty sure he was fulfilling his required number of applications for unemployment.
Yeah, you're not even trying.
No. Especially if it's on the fucking application.
Yeah.
Working in a comic store, an applicant answered the question, "What do you value most in your life?" with he said, "To see my enemies driven before me and hear the laminations of their women."
I think you're too intense for the comic book
Yeah,
store.
man. Come on, dude. This
Big time.
Interviewed one guy that his email address was huge raper. It was at yahoo.com. It was supposed to say huge rapper, Evan. He was a rapper, not a raper. Big difference.
Mm-hmm.
When asked if he had ever been convicted of a crime, this person wrote sexual assault on a minor. There was a snake in my boot. And not and that the actual like coal miner.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't understand that. I have a friend who got a job because he put Pokemon Master as one of his achievements on a job application. Granted, it was a Mexican restaurant, but still ballsy for a guy who didn't have a job.
They probably had no clue. Can you wash dishes or not? Can you clean tables?
My favorite resume was from a person claiming to be DETAL oriented.
Detail, huh?
Detail oriented.
You try.
Reading over a manager's shoulder on an application had the usual good traits. For secondary language was Pig Latin, basic Tolkien Elven, and parcel tongue.
I'm not familiar with that language.
I'm not either, Evan. Had a guy apply to work at the cash register at the store. Had no work history, but he was like 35, 40 years old. I saw that he put down. He had a felony armed robbery on his record and had just been convicted of robbing a grocery store. Probably, if you're going to rob a grocery store, probably don't go to a grocery store and try to get a job.
He was 34, had no job experience?
No.
He must have been in jail the whole time.
It said 35 to 40-year-old.
Huh.
Yeah, it says had been in prison most of his adult life.
No kidding.
This person received a resume where the person's objective was to save enough money to publish their own manga.
Oh, cartoon?
Oh, okay. Yes, it is. All of his experience was centered around that and watching anime and no actual work experience. He also attached a photo of himself cosplaying as some anime character. The position was for a truck dispatcher. They would have beat his ass.
Yeah.
Come in there.
How do we raise a generation like this? Okay. Well,
I don't know. I don't know. One applicant included the URL to her live journal and Xanda accounts. These online journals included pictures of her dressed up in full anime character costumes. There's a lot of these people on here.
into anime and cosplay and all that.
A few entries later was a rant about how she's fed up with people mistaking her for a child due to her lack of sexual development.
Well, if you want to act like a stuffed animal or whatever.
Man was applying for a network technician. The only experience he listed was Second Life. He said a video game was his experience that would help him set up and maintain network hardware. I didn't go to school, but I played this video game called Second Life.
I think video games are raising our children these days. We should just develop better video games, and we can just cut the teachers out, and...
Dude, that's what they do in, like, China and shit. Like, TikTok in China is completely different than than U.S. TikTok. The kids can only get on it, and they're not doing dances and shit. It's math problems and shit like that.
Yeah, educational stuff. Yeah, of course, that's not this country.
I don't get that one. Once saw an applicant where the guy claimed he had a conical shaped head and was able to create possibilities.
He's a conehead? What,
yeah.
Is that a possibility he could be in a Conehead sequel?
I guess.
If we were back in the 80s, he might have some possibilities.
Once got an application for an administrative position where the girl put her bra size.
Yeah. That's a good factor of how far she could go in the corporate world.
My boss laughed so much he had to go outside, and when he came back, we scanned it and sent it to half the company.
What kind of cup we talking?
I don't know. It didn't say, Evan. Here, Evan, I'm going to read some of this guy's, the reason why he left. His past work experience, if you will. He was a dishwasher. Reason left. Got in fight with boss. Sign waiver. Reason left. I lost the sign. Warehouse. Reason left. Co-workers were mean. Table busser. reason left, had to move back in with parents. Warehouse again, reason left, got in a fight with the boss. Table busser, reason left, got in fight was with the boss. And he went back the last time as a dishwasher, reason left, got in a fight with the boss.
I'd see that this guy. I see a solo deal working for him well. I don't think he's a people person, to be honest. Yeah, he would be working alone. I think would be some application. Working alone would be best for him.
Application at a restaurant, prior work experience, school cook, reason for leaving, the passioned with a D, lefted with the ED.
He just didn't have the passion for it anymore.
I guess
we're
not.
missing something.
Oh Jesus!
The passion left my body.
First, someone sent a file, which was a.
How can you just not be passionate about feeding kids?
I don't know.
Go on, I'm sorry.
It is kind. I don't know if you really want them at the restaurant. You know what I mean? You can't even deal with kids for like a couple hours. That would be hell, though. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it. But anyway, this one, this lady had two that really amused her. Someone sent a file, run.jpg, which was a picture of them running in a marathon. Second guy who had everything you're not supposed to put on a resume, age, race, married with wife's name, a few other things. Only skill listed was Windows XP.
Way to be up to date.
And it says, and it was all in size 18 times Newman Roman font.
Nicely done.
Application to a restaurant that I worked at, and this was for a dishwasher position, Evan, and it says special skill, and he put able to recite movies with uncanny accuracy.
You'll be a great asset to our kitchen.
Yeah, get back there and but there you go, Evan. That was
they can recite lines from the movie Waiting.
Oh my God. That was a great. That if you have not seen the movie Waiting, it is dumb as hell, but one of the funniest dumb movies.
It's a need to see movie. It the behind the scenes of a restaurant, you know. And I've never worked there, but I can see they nailed it. It's a good one.
Evan, we'll do one of these real quick. 17 absolutely wild facts that sound far-fetched, but are actually 100% true.
This better not be about Lee Harvey Oswald's pubes again.
They're straight, by the way.
I'm leaving.
Number one, orcas are a natural predator of moose.
What?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Seems pretty unnatural to me.
I know. Here's one, Evan. If you live up to be 84 years old, you've spent roughly 28 years sleeping.
Yeah, that's a trip, isn't it? Think how many hours you spend just like peeing in your life, sitting on the toilet, whatever. It's got to add up to some years.
Yeah, I wish I could get paid for that.
Sometimes you do. Depends how things work.
Well, yeah, now I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll hurry up and drive to work holding a poop just so I can clock in and get paid for it.
Absolutely. And you save on toilet paper usage at home too.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something about the toilet paper at my shop. They buy good Charmin.
Really? Is
yeah.
That 120 grit?
No, it ain't no. What is that?
Sandpaper.
No, what was
Yeah.
that one toilet paper that I said was going to be that's the original toilet paper of the AlfromDtown&Chili442 show. Scott's.
Oh,
Scott's one ply.
Scott, the people that make you all the hand towels,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott's and AlfromDtown&Chili442 show. We both don't take shit off no one.
Word.
Number 3 of the 17, absolutely something, absolutely wild facts that sound far fetched but are true. The Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oxford, that's an old money university, yeah. That's up
Number
there with like Harvard, Princeton, all that. Okay. It's
number
that old. Wow,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I know. I didn't think it was that old.
Hmm.
Number 4. There were only 26 episodes of the original Scooby Doo.
Really?
Yeah, they remade a lot of them.
Oh, then they added Scrappy, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
Then they redid them later, and it's like their characters look completely different. Yeah.
Number 5. Rats can laugh. We just can't hear it because it's not in our audible range.
They make a high pitched squeaking laugh. They laugh though. I didn't know animals. I mean, horses will kind of laugh at stuff, but hmm. Well, that is interesting. That's an interesting factoid.
Number 6. Ancient Egypt lasted so long that ancient Egyptian archaeology was a career in ancient Egypt.
I could see that. Yeah. People have always been digging up. I guess probably since the second day. Mm-hmm.
Greenland sharks can live up to 500 years.
No way.
Yep.
Really, sharks? I know there's some fish, and some turtles that get to 150 years or something, but I've never heard of anything living over 200 years.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Wow.
Uh, they don't reach sexual maturity until they are over 100 years old.
That's probably when I'll reach my maturity as well.
I know. A koala's entire diet, number 8, I'm sorry. A koala's entire diet is eucalyptus tree leaves,
Uh-huh.
which are incredibly toxic.
Not to them, apparently.
No, baby koalas aren't born with immunity to the toxins. They gain this by eating their mother's poo.
A rough one.
Man, that is a rough life to have as a koala bear. Yeah, you look
Can't,
cute, but you grow up eating shit.
all right, can't we just find something else to eat?
Yeah,
Come on, there's got to be
yeah.
something else on this whole fucking planet.
We live closer in time to the T Rex than the T Rex lived to the Stegosaurus.
Yeah, it's dinosaurs around a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, there was fossilized dinosaurs while dinosaurs were still cruising around.
I don't know if we cannot 100% say that though.
No, we can't 100% say anything. No,
yeah, that's an estimate because they really don't know.
no.
They don't know.
And if they knew, they wouldn't tell us anyway.
No.
I mean, there's been other civilizations they've kind of hidden from us and things. What we learned in history in school is probably. You wonder, like, if you could rate the whole thing after the fact, what percentages is really fact? Some of the stuff we've been told.
Oh man, I wouldn't even want to know. Hannibal.
Our Rockefeller school books.
Yeah. Number 10, Hannibal Lecter only had 12 to 16 minutes of actual screen time in Silence of the Lambs.
Hmm.
That is true.
It's been so many years, I hardly remember the movie.
Number 11, if you're 7 feet tall, you have a 1 in 6 chance of landing in the NBA.
Could see that.
If you want the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire, a million seconds is 12 days, a billion seconds is 31 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, a millionaire is something, but to have a billion, no person needs $1 billion. You don't need 1,000 millions. Come on.
There are 52 ways to arrange the cards in a standard playing card deck.
Okay.
I don't get that one.
Is that okay? They're saying like going by suit or color or numbers.
This okay, it says that is a bigger number than the amount of atoms in the entire Milky Way galaxy. This means that every time any deck is shuffled randomly, it is most likely ending up in an order that has never occurred before since the invention of playing cards and and never will again.
I remember reading once. There's some game where like each person's dealt 13 cards, and these people claim that they were all dealt a single suit, and they're like, if it is, they're like, the scientists worked it out, and like if you were dealt so many hands a day for so many years, it would take so many, thousands of years for something occurrence like that to happen.
Right.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They're like, you're full of shit, people.
Number 14, the sun contains 99% of the solar system's mass. Number 15, it was only 66 years from the Wright brothers' first flight to Armstrong walking on the moon. We've talked
Okay.
we've talked about that Wright brothers. Don't get me started on that shit. I'm still not a fan of them dudes.
Yeah, it's questionable.
I
The
very
moonwalking thing. Yeah, that's concrete. Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
um there's some worms are frozen solid, and they think for over 40,000 years in the Siberian permafrost, and they're actually not dead, just resting. Kind of almost like, I guess that cyber freeze shit. But do we really want to thaw shit out like that? Man, that is never a good idea in the movies.
No, I saw where they did it with a scorpion once. They froze it and then they torched it out and a block of ice and thing got it and walked away. That's crazy.
And probably went and killed 50 people because he's pissed
Probably.
off.
Yeah, what was that about? I got frostbite on my balls. You guys are gonna pay.
And finally, if you earned $5,000 an hour, 24 hours a day, from when the pyramids in Egypt were constructed until today's date, the world's richest man would still have more money than you.
Well, that's scary.
Does it say who it is? No. Of course not.
Well, they used to say the Sultan of Brunei, but really it's one of the Rothschilds probably. But they've spread it out through their family. But anyway, in the U.S. we say Bezos. He's not worldwide, I don't think.
Yeah.
No. There's some oil barons that can bury Bezos. I mean, they've just got stupid money.
I was hoping this was gonna. No, it doesn't say. I picked up a, and it was kind of clickbait. So, Evan, last couple weeks, I do want to do this one too because I want to see if either of our names on it. The 15 most unattractive male names according to women, and the 15 most attractive.
Well, this could be interesting. I'd like to hear that reversed. That'd be reversed would be interesting too.
This is ones they don't like. Number one is Gus.
Okay.
Daryl.
Really?
Yeah, not Daryl. Daryl with a
Oh.
D. Darold. Daryl. Hey,
didn't
Daryl.
know didn't know it was a thing, but I
I
guess it's
didn't
valid.
either. Oh, number three is Frank.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Women don't think it's sexy. Sorry, Frank.
Yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Now, I,
Uh,
I don't think I've ever known anybody named Arnold.
Arnold, it just doesn't roll off the tongue real well.
No.
And all you think of is Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Ar-
Alfred. Yeah, that's one that almost sound, stuck up.
yeah. Alfred.
Damn, Bob. We're
What's wrong with Bob?
I know Bob. Bob is usually a simple and friendly name, but it's very common, so it makes it less desirable to women.
It's what they call their battery operated friend.
I know.
Huh. Okay.
Number 7 is Chad.
Yeah, I can see it. Chad it could be a dickhead name, but I've most of the Chads I've known are pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I don't think I did know one dickhead Chad, but that was like a long time ago in school. But like every Chad I've met as an adult has been cool as shit.
Yeah.
Bart.
Yeah, I can see that doesn't sound good.
No.
It just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have a pleasant sound. Yeah, I could see that.
Number 9 is Howard.
Oh, that's not bad, but
Number 10 is Mitch. I don't know. Mitch ain't a bad name. Greg is number 11.
nothing wrong with that either.
No, I know some cool ass Gregs. Number 12 is Byron.
Huh. That's not bad.
I don't think so.
It's like Brian and Byron and all that. Yeah, okay.
Number 13 is Hank.
Hank.
Hank. Put some
Sounds
stank
like a
on
big
it,
old guy.
Hank.
Hank used to play football. I don't know.
Number 14 is Bert.
I can see that. But Burt Reynolds was just he was such a,
Man.
sex symbol.
Yeah, he was. Burt Reynolds was the stud.
He was.
And number 15 is Fred.
Nothing wrong with Fred.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Now, here's the names that the ladies like. First on the list, Evan, is Luke.
Very common. I never liked Luke's okay, but I don't like Lucas. It sounds like, to me, it rhymes with mucus. It just bugs me. I just don't know. I got family member. I'm sorry if you happen to listen, but no, I've never been a fan of Lucas. Luke's cool.
Colin.
Really? Okay. Got an average name, yeah.
Theo.
Really?
Yeah. Short.
Not a common one.
Yeah. Short for Theodore.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Daniel. See, I thought that would have been on the list that they didn't kind of like, because there's a lot of Dans. I know a shitload of Dans.
Yeah.
Number 5, Oliver. No.
That's an old name, kind of.
Yeah. Number
Not too many
6,
Olivers. Yeah.
James. A lot of those too.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Eric.
Okay.
Number 8 is Jacob.
Yeah, women always like Jake's. Guy's named Jake.
Jake. Number 9 is Jonathan.
Yeah.
A lot of Johns. Number
Typical.
number 10, Gabriel.
Really?
Nah.
Okay.
Number 11, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie.
I think that's better than, I don't know, Charles to me sounds kind of stuffy too.
Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlie. Okay.
Number 12 on the men's names the ladies like is Marco.
Okay.
Number 13 is Nathan.
Okay.
14 is Noah. That's an
Really?
old name.
Yeah, but it's still very common.
And then the last on the list, Evan, Christian.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, it'd be funny to hear names like women's names that you don't names that just like Gertrude and Bertha that just don't really scream like hottie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't scream out like Tiffany and Jennifer kind of thing.
Well, I tell you what, we'll hit this last one because I don't think we did one last week, but we'll do one this week. 15 things only a woman in love will do for you.
Uh-oh.
So if your lady ain't doing none of these and doing the opposite, she don't love you. Listen, even when it's boring.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. See, my girl's got to listen to me talk about fishing. Sure,
Yeah.
you got to. Because that's what I'm going to talk about. Fishing and cars.
Yeah.
Get
me too.
used to it.
Cars.
She supports your goals and dreams.
That's good stuff.
Shows affection even in public. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
This dog had climbed up and fell asleep on me.
Cool.
She remembers the little details. Look, that's not a good thing.
It can be good and bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly bad for us.
Yeah.
Makes huge sacrifices.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm.
These are 15 things only a woman in love will do for you. Forgive your mistakes. Yes, as long as you don't keep making them. You keep...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many times you can slip and fall
she's
into.
only going to forgive for so long.
Yeah.
And she won't forget.
No, she'll never forget. Make time for you. Yeah, that's important, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes both ways too. Make time for your girl.
Yeah. Just sit down and hang out and just talk or watch something.
Yeah. Be vulnerable. Yeah, especially if it's a new relationship. Because even though it's new and everything, you still got your guard up. Quit putting your head on the back of my mic. He's a Tanner. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying because the dog was pushing the mic up in my mouth. But
That's all right.
the next one on the list of shows interest in your hobbies. Yeah, a little bit. You don't want her having the same hobby as you do because then there's no getting away. Because I'm sorry, look, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but you do need your getting away space.
You do. I can't imagine someone who being into absolutely into the same thing as me. I think we just end up. You ever watch that Magnolia House? You know what I'm talking about? The husband and wife, they're so focused on what they're doing and decorating that I would just wonder if they like behind the scenes are just arguing about
Yeah,
everything,
well,
because
yeah, and no shows like that I hate, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's a husband and wife, and they're making it look fun and shit to work together. No, that is never gonna be fun. You're with each other 24/7. Somebody's gonna get hit with a like machete or something. I'm just saying.
yeah. Hmm.
The next one on the list of 15 things only a woman in love will do for you. Support you through tough times. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
Yeah,
been
no,
through it.
no
Yeah.
matter if it's emotional, financial, men go through it, and a lot of times we act like that shit don't bother us. But then, if your woman,
Hmm.
if she really knows you, she knows that shit's bothering you.
Yeah.
And so if she's down for that, then yeah, you gotta love that.
We got a good woman.
Inc- Include you in her plans. Well, yeah, that's just kind of common courtesy, ain't it? I mean, I don't know. It depends on what kind of
Yeah.
plans. If she's planning on like hitting every motherfucking garage sale in a 700-mile radius, I might want to step out on that one.
Yeah, I think they know when you're going to be interested or not,
Yeah.
and
Hey, guess what? We're going to a flea market that sells blankets made out of pubic hair. No, I'm not. It's all natural.
you want to go check out the I can't remember the guy's name now. Lee Harvey Oswald. That's different than the rest.
Yeah, it sure is. She'll be honest and communicate. Well, that's kind of a stupid one to put on there. Well,
Yeah, she loves you if she's honest.
yeah, that's true. If she don't love you, she's gonna lie to you, and you know, uh, celeb- celebrates differences. Yeah, yeah, man. Here's the thing. Anytime I get with a decent girl that comes from and a lot of my past relationships too have all the families have been good families, you know educated, and here I come, hey, I'm going down the creek, going fishing. Here I
Hmm.
come into the life and, kick in the door and everything. And yeah, that I understand that one. No, and here's what it says: no two people are the same. We are different from one another. A woman in love knows this, so she embraces and celebrates your differences. She sees them
Yeah.
as an opportunity to learn and grow together. Hmm.
Yeah. You learn from each other.
She will never try to change you, but instead understand the unique qualities that make you who you are. Well, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when she loves you when she just throws up your her hands and says, "That's just the way he is."
Yep,
She loves you.
that's him.
She's accepted you.
Defend you against others.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Although, I mean, I can't, I can't imagine the need to be defended.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm not
that's
that
good.
much of a
That's good.
dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
You're
any.
with that asshole. I don't know
Yeah.
what the situation could be. Hmm.
Uh, this is a big one
He's
too.
not that bad.
If you got a girl that does this, man, your girl loves you, respects your decision, even when she doesn't agree with your decision.
Uh,
That's a
that's a
big
good one.
one.
When you put your foot down and she respects it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's not even so much putting your foot down, but just like uh man, this sucks, man. Cuz I'll be honest. I use a I used to use, it was called Radio Prep Links, and all it was like a portal, and it took you to different um it had like all your entertainment websites and blah blah blah. Well, they got a critical error, so I don't know if the guy that like made that passed away or what.
Hmm.
But it kind of sucks because we'll get to a little bit of news real quick. We'll find it. We'll go through a couple of these headlines, see if we can't find something that makes us laugh. And I think the first one got me. Once you pop, you can't stop. Serial thief caught after stealing 17 Pringles tubes. Evan?
He's gonna start manufacturing tennis balls. Um, really? Oh, why would you? He's gonna make a giant potato cannon? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Curious the reasoning for.
Yeah, it doesn't really say. Um, Boonesboro High Senior denied chance to walk on graduation stage due to makeup concerns. It's one of these fuckers that dresses like a juggalo.
I don't care if the kid wants to walk across the stage with his face painted like a clown. I mean, let him do it. I
Yeah,
don't.
I mean, it ain't hurting nobody. I don't, you know what? If he wants to do that, okay. Is he going to get a job and be successful in life? Probably not. But, it's his fucking call.
Have you watched the documentary about the Juggalos? About
Yes,
the,
I've watched a couple of them, and oh my God.
you know, I give them mad props, man. They fought the system and they won,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I
I
mean,
don't either.
what they're doing does not affect me whatsoever. And
No,
I don't give a shit.
their fans are nuts, but they go to their shows, they do their thing, and they all, you know, they'll have a good time. And I guess if nobody hurts anybody, they're. But how they fought the system, that they were this, hate gang and everything, and they fought it, and they
Yeah.
weren't,
Oh, they
and
were on the terror watch list.
yeah, it wasn't fair.
Yeah. Look,
Just
it's the same thing where I saw something today where it's like Pride Month or something. I'm not going to celebrate you for your sexual activities. I'm not going to celebrate anybody for that. Um, so yeah, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. You know why? Because somebody being gay has no motherfucking effect on me. None.
right.
If two dudes, two chicks want to do whatever the fuck they want, I don't care. I'm not going to celebrate you, though.
Yeah,
No need to. Are you going to celebrate me? I like boobies.
I just, yeah, I don't understand. It's been accepted for a long time, and it's just, and why we
Stop.
need to have a month
Yeah.
devoted to it. It's just a little too much.
It,
But
yeah, it's sexuality. It's fucking weird to talk about it all the time. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't hang out with people that just talk sex all the time. I don't care if it's with a dude. I don't care if you're bisexual, trisexual. That means you'll try anything, a tree, a stump, a fire hydrant, a garden hose. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear about it.
as long as not an animal.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to hear some straight dude sitting there telling me about his sex life. I don't give a flying fuck.
That is the thing. Most men don't talk about sex,
No,
but
we
women
don't
do all
care.
the time.
Well,
Is this so weird that women will get together and they talk about sex in depth, and men do not?
no,
I've told Vicky this number of times. She's like, guys don't talk about this. Guys don't. I'm like, no. You see you're somewhere and you've been with a girl and someone and your buddy's been with them. You don't talk about it. No, we just
no.
we just men don't talk about sex. Really, it's just crazy, and women just don't stop sometimes. What a
People
trip.
people are spotting rare blue-eyed cicadas around Illinois as two
Yeah,
brood are emerge.
yeah. There's some weird. Yeah, they have blue eyes. Most are all red.
Yeah, they have discovered a few of the bugs that don't have the trademark red eyes.
Oh man, we're starting to get them.
I think you know what though. I mean, I hear a few, but now like where I'm at was like farmland for years, and the trees are pretty new. They're not. There's not like a bunch of old trees in this area, so I don't think we're gonna get them real bad.
I don't know. I hear, but it's not as bad as it was that one summer in Decatur.
Oh,
Now, like, I was sitting out back yesterday and one like flew and landed on me. I'm like, uh-oh, it's starting. And I was on the driveway today and a big gust of wind blew a bunch out of the trees. So they're flying around my head and stuff. But it hasn't been too bad. I've been really dreading this. We've been working so hard, like around the house to get stuff done, like the garden and just back patio. So like once it hits, we're done with everything, like because we just feel like we will not be outside for months. It's going to be so horrible, and I hope it doesn't get that way. We got tents or nets over things in the garden, so they don't get in there because anything with a small stem, I guess, they can choke it off and kill your trees. And
oh wow.
yes, very small trees and things, small plants will mess up.
Here's this one. Fundraiser earns more than $220,000 to help a 90-year-old veteran retire from a grocery store he was working.
Oh my gosh, that's. Can you imagine still working at 90?
No, I
Being
well,
90 and going to work every day. I mean, if as long as you want to and everything.
yeah, well, I if you live in Illinois, you're going to work till you're 90.
Uh, Unless you were really smart and invested heavily in your 20s and knew what the hell you were doing, you're probably going to, most people are going to work these days their whole life till they drop. But no, I mean, I wouldn't, if I'm 90 and I feel good, I wouldn't mind driving down to that hardware store and helping out. It's part time, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't want to be, oh, geez, at 90, that's got to be rough.
Here's a pair that enjoyed a very pricey meal of steak and lobster, Evan, and then bolted when it was time to pay.
Bad.
Yeah, especially since there was a patrol officer parked in the parking lot after writing a citation to a speeding vehicle.
Yeah. Don't
Uh,
do it right when the police are out front.
uh, Moose kills man for taking pictures of her Newly born calves.
Ooh, didn't like that. Don't get close.
Uh, a speed camera in Florida has issued 1,300 tickets in less than 5 weeks.
That's not fair. I can't imagine. What if you were getting one every day and then all of a sudden they start stacking up in the mail? That's I don't like those. That's not fair.
Evan, they got him. They have caught him.
Ooh,
The serial slingshot shooter has been arrested, Evan.
serial slingshot shooter.
The man is accused of firing ball bearings from a slingshot at a dozen local homes, breaking windows and narrowly missing people. Evan,
Damn,
for
what an asshole.
$5, I will give you, let's say, 4 years either direction. How old was this gentleman? There's no way you get this. I'll give you $5 if you get it.
13.
81-year-old man is accused of firing ball bearings from a slingshot.
Grandpa,
What the
what are you
fuck?
doing? What are you doing? Did he just buy stock in a local glass company and he's just shooting everybody's windows out, or what's going on?
Uh, Up in smoke, workers removed dozens of apparent marijuana plants from a Wisconsin Capitol tulip garden.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
The
I want to know
tulip
about this
garden was
81
at
year
the
old that was shooting.
it was at the Wisconsin Capitol, and somebody threw a bunch of marijuana seeds into the tulip garden.
Bullshit.
That's what they're saying. Now, what do you
Well,
want to know about the 81-year-old?
well, now I'm on to something else. I'm telling you, I've thrown, man, in high school, we drove around and threw pot seeds in everybody's yard that we knew. All the, they've never grown, just throwing seeds out. And I think somebody they put some plants in there. That was done on purpose. That's pretty good. Oh, the 81-year-old man, why the hell was he shooting everybody's windows out? Does it say why?
No, it doesn't say. It says,
Oh, what
he,
an asshole.
yeah, pretty much. Ann Arbor judge was shocked as a man called in via Zoom while driving.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry, I saw it.
Um, there is a viral video if you want to go check it out. It's pretty funny. I've seen it also.
Yeah, that judge like, wait a minute, he's driving right now. That was gold. That
Women,
guy's like, oh, I screwed up. He's like, turn yourself in. What do you say? You better turn yourself in by 9 o'clock, or there's a warrant out for your arrest or something.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, he laid it down on him. That was pretty funny.
Um,
People, got
Chicago area man who sued women for bad mouthing him on Facebook sentenced to 1 year in prison for tax fraud. Remember, we did that story. That guy had sued like 15 girls that he had taken out, and he was on Facebook dating or something.
yeah, they bad mouthed him. Yeah,
Well,
huh?
they made a Facebook page about him.
Oh, that's rough.
We're not gonna do that one. We're not gonna do that one. Let's go and see. There was one I did see. I wanted. Um, Here it is again. 81-year-old arrested after police said he terrorized a California neighborhood with a slingshot. Maybe this'll.
Yeah, I'm curious what his beef was.
Uh, just shot. We are not aware of any kind of motive other than mischief.
81. Time to grow up, man.
You think?
Yeah.
Jeez, what is wrong with people, man?
And what happens if you're there and you shoot your window out? You run after him down the street. What are you going to do? Beat up an 81-year-old man?
Um, when we end our news, we like to go to our buddy Dave Moreland. Oh, good old Dave at bozocriminal.com. This one called It's Getting to Where a Guy Just Can't Get a Nap in His Car Anymore, Evan. Bozo
Yeah.
Criminal for today comes from Manchester, Kentucky, where the cops were called to a report of a suspicious vehicle, and they found our bozo, David, passed out behind the wheel of his car. They woke up Sleeping Beauty and asked him to hand over his ID. Instead, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a bag of meth, pills, and a large sum of U.S. currency.
No kidding.
Charged with trafficking in a controlled substance and public intoxication, Evan.
No kidding.
Yeah.
When will these criminals learn?
I don't know. And yeah, that was only one. Old Dave must have took last week off too for the holiday. And we do hope you had a great Memorial Day. I cooked out a lot that weekend. I had fun. I had a fun weekend.
Yeah.
But all of them are fun. And, shit. It's summertime.
If you're not working on the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to work Saturday, but I still made the best of it. I had a decent Sunday. I was kind of lazy at first and then got some stuff done in the, afternoon, and it was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to tell you guys, we are getting ready to go out of here. I know we ran a little long tonight, but we are going to take a little summer break. And probably do that around the end of July, and come back towards the end of August. We're probably going to take a good month off. And Evan's got a big trip coming, and we might talk about that on a later show. But and it gives us something to do, keeps it fresh. Your favorite sitcom doesn't run all year. We need a little break, but what?
For our writers.
Yeah, our writers need a break, and
we work them so hard.
we do, we sure do. I do want a producer to abuse.
Yeah,
a guy to just edit and do all that shit. But anyway, so we will let you know. We will do the month of June. And when we get into July, we'll let you know the schedule. But there is a good chance we're going to take maybe towards the end of July and then the first part of August off. And then we will be back. But that's not for a while. So you got next week to come back and enjoy and, all that good jive. Evan, tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right, people. I hope you have a wonderful week. It's getting warm out, isn't it? It hit 80s today. I'm like, here we go.
It was 92 in the shop today.
Oh man. Anyway, people, have a wonderful week. I hope we see you next Monday.
Yeah.
And be good to one another.
That's right. And no matter how you watch the show on YouTube, Facebook, whatever you do, man, be sure to share it with your friends. Let them know that you enjoyed the show. We don't get too political or anything like that. We try to keep it fun and lighthearted, and we like joke around and everything. I do want to say, listener Claudia, she's always in the chat room and everything, and She wasn't in this week, and her father had passed away. So,
Oh, bummer. Sorry to
yeah,
hear that.
yeah, and she's always in the chat room, and she's going through a rough time, so her thoughts and prayers are with her and her family. But anyway, guys, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another, and man, share this with your friends if you like it, and get us out there. I know our plays are going up, and I appreciate each and every one of you that come in and listen to two idiots just sitting here and rambling for an hour and reading shit off the internet and talking about it.
Pretty much.
But anyway, we love you guys. Peace. Be good to one another. We'll catch you next week on episode 125. Woo! We getting up there, boy. Peace.